Ladies and gentlemen, this is Prizers TV. I say this is Prizers TV, and we are here once more. Well, we are here because of one important information that we brought to you today, and that information is mind-blowing. So I hope that you are going to sit and listen as we proceed. We want to talk about our own Igbo pyramid in southeast Nigeria. If you check, there is a lot of development, infrastructural development going on in southeast in the last 2 years. It is as if the governors in the southeast are doing competition, and each and every one of them is doing perfectly well, especially when it comes to tourism. When we go to Enugu State, the governor is doing a lot in tourism. And also in attraction center. If you have been to Enugu State, you must have seen the new conference center that has generated a lot of visitors into Enugu State. Anambra State also is doing well. If you have visited Oka recently, you must have heard about Millennium City. The same thing is happening to Ebonyi State, that when Dave Mahi built Ebonyi Mall, and the same thing also is happening in Abia State, especially when we talk about the new Abia Mall, and so on and so forth. But if we check about all these things, it is a proof that our governor have been doing a lot. They have been doing a lot, including that Enugu State governor bought 4 aircraft to start an airline. And that is mind-blowing. These are the things that we never expected that would happen. Now, but our topic today is that if really our governors wants to give us an infrastructure that could bring tourism, that what they would look for are things that look like this, because we really need them. So what we are seeing is Eiffel Tower in France, or something that look like this. This is Jesus of Rio de Janeiro. This type of structures are known as artificial center of attraction, because we believe God did not create this. No, it was built by government. Here is Rio de Janeiro. Sometimes it is the state government that built it, not the federal. And we can also prove to you that Senegal also have something like that. And if you go to Senegal, this sculpture you see here is the most visited place in entire Senegal. Now, if you go to China, the China also have what they call Chinese wall, whereby you move from mountain to mountain, and this was constructed years back. But that is exactly how it happens, okay? Brazil also is building another one. Now, when we go to Italy, Italy have their own. This tower you see like this is known as Pisa Tower. You know the pizza we eat? That is almost how it is called. They use somehow design of Pisa, build a house, and it is like that, although it is spelled as P-I-S-A, Tower, Italy. If you Google that, you see something like this here. Now, but after we made a video yesterday talking about this and the importance of this, how this type of artificial attraction center can generate tourism and bring a lot of tourists to a country or to a state. Many people dropped comments on the comment section, and the majority of them pointed at this lady you are seeing here, a very beautiful lady known as Ugochi Madueke. She is actually one of the people who are working very hardly to make sure that tourism comes to the Igbo land. Anywhere they talk about tourism, you see this woman. Even when the governor of Enugu State visited Ahum Waterfall, she was there. And we have also read about her in the newspaper here and there and all the time. And all the plans she has already made it clear. And if we check on the news we see here, she made a comment about building something like this in Enugu State, and that is commendable. Therefore, Madam Madueke, we salute you. Thank you very much for thinking what we had. Thank you very much for having thought about what we are thinking of. We never knew that people like you and Governor have started a project that will elevate the Igbo people. Now, the reason we want this to be achieved in Igbo land is we have seen that our people are hungry for something like this. During my last video, I showed how people were trooping in to Abia State just to go and stand in front of Market Square built newly. That showed that our people are hungry for attraction center. We also showed how people trooped in to view Soludo's solution city, okay, fun city, I mean. And all these evidences showed us that our people need a tower as big as this, a tower that is as huge as this, or even as huge as pyramid. I know it would sound like funny, but nothing brings tourism than this. And our people have history. We have stories to tell. Why can't we convert those stories to physics, to something that people can come and watch? And somehow, God had given us pyramid. The pyramid you are seeing here is the Nsude pyramid. When the Egyptians were building their own pyramid, our ancestors also were building ours, which is this one, whereby that we can rebuild it or build a modern one by the side, so that people who come to view this one will then see a modern one. Now, but my major topic today is not only because of the pyramid, but if you have visited Enugu recently, I mean in the last 6 or 7 years, you must have visited this lion park or Unity Park. When you go to the Unity Park, you see this lion. Something unimaginable happened today, that when I was about to talk about this video, I had to Google Unity Park. Do you know one funny thing that I saw after Googling the Unity Park is that I saw this person on TikTok. She's a white person. I don't know how many times she had visited Enugu, but she was at the Unity Park. Meaning that our visitors are also craving for things like this. All of a sudden, I saw another man with her white wife or white girlfriend at the Unity Park. That did not finish. I saw another white woman describing how she loves the Unity Park by the lion. She was talking about water, that there is no water, but she still loved the place. Now, imagine if we have something like this that carry our own history, that could talk about how this and that started in Igbo land. It must not be Jesus, but also it could be Jesus. But while I was talking about this, I did not know that Miss Madueke, who is this woman, had started a project like that. And we are going to read about her project. After reading it, then I'm coming to show you the way her project would look when it is finished. And then we would know whether that project is going to meet the target we are focusing on or not. So let's go. Now, if we go to the page of a newspaper known as This Day newspaper, published on which day? It says 2 months ago, but there must be a date. Okay, published on Wednesday, 2nd July 2025. So the caption here said, Enugu A CNG buses transport terminals take off this month. I believe Madueke, who is here, was addressing the press and giving them details on when the Enugu airline CNG buses and transport terminals will take off. Then, if we go down the same place, then we will see what she said. No need to read all these places because I have already marked where I want to talk about. So let's start from here. So she said, we also have Ngwo Pine Forest where we are having the first zip line in Nigeria. The zip line will measure about 3,000 meters. So don't worry if you have not understood what she meant by that, because when I start reading my next sentence, you will catch up what she meant. Now let's continue. In the same Ngwo, we will have a big rotunda and a small rotunda. We have the Cross of Hope to be located at Okpato. The Cross of Hope will be sitting 580 meters above sea level, and the cross itself will measure about 50 meters, making it a total of about 630 meters above sea level. The cross will have about 15 floors with a lift. Now, when I heard this news, I was filled with joy because now I know that we have government that think like us. But what does she mean? She means that Enugu State is building a cross that look like this, right? Or a much taller than this. We have Googled what a Cross of Hope is, and the Cross of Hope is something that look like a cross that is very tall. This is also a cross of hope, constructed somewhere. And if we go more, we will see the life one. This is cross of hope, how it is. It is a cross, a gigantic cross, built as a house, very, very tall. She said 16-story building or 15-story building. That is as tall as it is. Now, cross of hope is also what you are looking at here. Mostly, it is built on top of a mountain. You will stand from somewhere and be viewing it very, very far. But if you want to get there, then you have to trek sometimes for 1 hour, 2 hours. It takes time for you to get here. Now, if you ask me, this idea is marvelous. It's marvelous. But if you ask me to choose between the cross of hope with Jesus or cross of hope with Amphi Tower or cross of hope with even the Pisa Tower in Italy, I will choose any of these ones before choosing cross of hope. The reason is that cross does not have any good structure, beautiful structure for you to stand and be looking at the cross. It is just a cross, a tall cross. Just a tall cross. This Jesus is a different case. You will be looking at Jesus, looking at the face, looking at the hand, how big it is, thinking whether the hand will collapse or whether all those things are what make these sculptures beautiful. If Rio de Janeiro had built Cross of Hope, it would have not attracted people the way it is attracting people today. Having a big cross somewhere is not enough. Philippines have Virgin Mary. Looking at Virgin Mary, the face, the hand, and all that attracts people. United States have what they call Liberty, Tower of Liberty. Looking at it, thinking about how big this is another beauty of it. If it was cross that mounted here, nobody would have gone to visit these places. No. Pyramid draw people here just because of the structure, how it is, and also other things around it. Cross alone, people see cross everywhere. Senegal built this so that when you get there, you will be watching a man carrying his child with his wife. You will be watching their legs, their arms, so on and so forth. But what if this thing was a cross? Just an ordinary cross. A big cross that is very, very big everywhere. It would make sense, but it will make more sense if it was not cross that is going to be built in Enugu State. Instead of building a cross, why not to come up with something that related to ours? We have known that majority of white women, from what we see here, who had visited Enugu State, had gone to view lion at the Unity Park. That is a good sign to us that if we have something that tell our story, these people would like to hear the story and go there. Jesus is good. If we are to talk about Jesus, it should be a physical Jesus, not the cross. Nobody goes to visit the cross. See this one. Nobody knows where this one is located, but almost everybody knows about Rio de Janeiro. Nobody knows about where this cross is located. This will be similar to what Enugu State governor is going to build. Nobody is going to travel from Belgium to watch this cross. Nobody is going to travel from England to see this cross. They can see it anywhere. If we are to build something, we build something that they would like to see, view. You see this lion alone. Lion is not common. The Oyibo respect it because they don't have lion. But what we are talking about is much bigger than this lion you are seeing here. We need something very mighty that could be called Igbo Unity Tower or Igbo Tower, that have a story. If it is big Jesus, let it be a Jesus that represents how Christianity came to Igbo land, where 99% of Igbos are Christians. It will be written down there. People will come and they will view Jesus. Know that this area is 100% Christian zone. That will look nice. But cross doesn't make sense so much. So I am very grateful that the Igbo commissioner had thought about it, but maybe not exactly what we expected to happen. Or maybe the time is not yet the time, because what we are seeing here cost a lot of money. It costs a lot of money. So if Enugu State governor or government or Igbo people don't have money to build it, okay. Therefore, if Igbo people or Enugu governor don't have money to build this, or build something that look like the ones of the Senegal, okay, then they can build the ones that their power could. Okay, so but if we are to choose, and if really they need tourism, they must spend money. This type of structure you see here, cost as much as one airplane. If you don't know, this may cost you up to $2 million or $1 million. What you are seeing here, or more than that, including this Jesus. Maybe this Jesus may not reach like that, but something like that. But the type of tourism that this is going to generate is going to be perpetual. It's going to be perpetual. And when you are doing a project like this, you must not do mistake. Mistake, I mean, is not of collapsing, no. But you must think very well what people would like to see. Sometimes even something like this is also good. Therefore, if they have money and the money is enough to build something like this, let it be a structure with a body. Let it not be a cross. No, cross is not going to generate the type of tourism that we are talking about. And any money spent in Igbo land building something like this will be recovered in the next 4 years. Mark my word. People will be trooping in to view the Igbo Unity Tower. It does not matter whether it's a human. It does not matter whether it's a funny structure, but it has to be something that everybody would look at and say, this is from Igbo land. As a pyramid, when people look at it, they know it's Egypt. It becomes iconic. When people look at Amphi Tower, they know it's France. But when you look at this cross, where do you think they have it? You don't know. Instead of building the cross, let us even build something like this on top of our mountains and forests, where people can go and do skiing. Before you know it, it becomes talk of the town or talk of the world. It must not be something else standing, but a cross. Nobody travel from one place to another to see cross in another country. That is the effect. And when you are talking about tourism, there are so many Igbo people living abroad, having intermarriages with white men and white women. Having something tall like this, whenever they land in Igbo land, the first place they will go is that place. But if that thing is cross, they have cross at their home. There is nowhere you go and you will not see cross. And if the cross is going to have Jesus Christ like this, it is still not good, because this Europe don't want to see somebody suffering. They don't want to see Jesus having pain like this. You know, Nigeria take it as a simple thing. In countries like Norway, Jesus is not to be shown in public places where he's being crucified, because they don't want their children to feel that Jesus was feeling the pain. So if you build something like this, there are some countries that will not come and see it because of the pain that they would feel that the cross is given to their children. It's like in Europe, you cannot show image where somebody is being died, whether it is fake or not fake, whether it's drawing or whether it is anything. You cannot do that. It's not allowed. The same thing in Europe. That is the reason the people who did this thing you see here, they did not bring anything like a gun, anything like time. The people also who built the Brazil Jesus, you did not see any blood here. Nothing. Happy Jesus, opening arm for everybody. This one also, happy family. Therefore, this type of thing are things that our people should be also watchful about when they are building it. This Virgin Mary is a woman opening her hand peacefully. And if it is only a naked, naked cross without Jesus, it still does not make sense. Nobody wants to see cross alone. And if it is a cross with Jesus, not every country welcomes the idea of seeing somebody hanged on the cross. YouTube don't even permit it for you to see, unless if you refuse to zoom it. If you zoom it and YouTube, as the one I'm doing, sees it, they may even flag it because of the way Jesus was standing on the cross. Therefore, what the governors or the commissioner is planning to do is good, but we would have preferred if it is something bigger or something else that is not cross, so that we could invite people all over the world to come and view our history. Well, but generally, our governors, our commissioners, everybody is doing their best. What we have experienced in Nigeria in the last 2 years, if other governors who have ruled Igbo land had done this, we would have been like London. Look at development everywhere. Look at even what the Commissioner of Tourism in Enugu State is thinking about, how to bring tourists into Enugu State, trying to build the biggest cross ever in Africa, trying to renovate a home waterfall, Igbo waterfall, Enugu waterfall. These are the things that our past governors and commissioners never thought about. Therefore, we greet them a lot. We bow for you. If the money you people have at hand is not enough to build sculpture like this, please do the one that you can. But if we are to select, we would select something like this. We would like to have something like this or similar or any other thing. We'll call the architect and they talk about it. It is going to cost money. But that tourism you are talking about, come and see tourism. Our children are not going to forget it. When they were building Amphi Tower, people think they were stupid and crazy. The same thing happened when Brazil was building Jesus of Rio de Janeiro. They thought there was more important thing to do than all these things. But what happened? Now all these things generate more tourism than any other things they have in the countries. You will never lose. You will never lose. So thank you very much for watching, and I am going to stop here, and I cannot stop thanking the Commissioner of Tourism in Enugu State, because I never knew she had thought about what we are thinking about and had even commenced it. So whatever I say here is just an advice that see. Not that she must take it, because I don't know how much they have in their pocket. And whatever they build for us is a good thing, because they are doing their best. Cross is not bad, but we say that if we are to choose, see what we would have choose to have. Even we, presently, we don't have one single thing. We have made up in mind that this is what we are going to choose. So at least they have come up with a cross to say this is what we want to build, which is good. Although what we are suggesting may be much better than a cross, but Rome was not built in a day. We should not be comparing what we are doing with what other people are doing. Okay, Philippines might have Virgin Mary that everybody is visiting, but we may also have cross and everybody will visit the cross. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. This is Princess TV. Put it down on the comment section what you thought about what Enugu State is building, whether the cross is going to bring tourism as they are planning, or whether they should divert from building the cross to build a different thing, and also suggest what do you think would be better for our madam to build for us. Whether you would like her to continue with the cross, or you can also suggest whether you would like her to build pyramid, or to build a human face, or anything, or to build Jesus like this, or to build the Virgin Mary, anything. So thank you very much for watching, because all we are talking about is how tourism could go to Southeast and view things like this. We have connections abroad, and we want to show people what we have. So when we go for holiday, or people come to holiday in our place, they can come to places like this and enjoy and stay. And this is what is reigning now. It is called Artificial Attraction Center. Use what you have, use your brain, use your architect, use your artist to create an attraction center unique. That is why I say it must not be Jesus, because it has to be unique, that whenever people see it, they know it's from Enugu State. Not a cross, because cross is already there. Nobody even know where they are. Nobody even visits this place. Have you visited any place like this before? No. So thank you very much for watching, and put it down on the comment section what you would like our commissioner and governor to build for us, because they are doing their best. Don't neglect a video like this. Sometimes she may come to watch this video, or somebody may also share it to her, and from then she will also change mind or tell us the reason she preferred cross, which could be because of the money, or also convince us why cross is the best, because we never know the reason. So thank you very much for watching, and see you on my next video.